Good evening. I found a really great link about spiritualism. It gets into so much. I can't even begin to tell you where to start with some of the stuff I've come across. It started out with little Nas mocking Jesus on the cross, Hollywood, dark. I don't even know what to say. Let me just start with little Nas. He was hanging on a cross and he called it his Christian era. And I'm speechless. And then I came across some more videos of the Baphomet and Beyonce and then Taylor Swift. I've been talking about the Taylor Swift issues about the good witch, the bad witch, then her birthday outfit with the half moon, and it's apparent that it's witchcraft all over it. If you saw her birthday outfit, if you didn't see it, then you should look and see that she had stars and moons on it, and it's totally witchy poo all over it. And they don't hide it anymore. They This is a girl that I always thought was a Christian, and like now you're hearing stories about Swifties that passed out during the concert. A Swiftie died at a concert, had a heart attack, and there's this strange feeling I get about this whole Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift romance that doesn't sit right with me. But I don't know where it's headed, but no one knows anything about these romances per se, and they're high profile romances. But she depicts in her music that she doesn't want to get married, and he does. So it's very strange to follow where this is headed. But I just know that is she's in charge of a very large cult, and her occult practices go with Baphomet mask in her video Willow, and you will see in this link more if you want to watch at your own leisure. So why did I do this? Because I have nieces that are 13. I have talked to my niece who's 17, and I told her how bad the industry is, and I'm going to tell you what happened to me. When I was in my late 20s, I got assaulted by a child star in Hollywood who is famous for Dancing with the Stars. He is the MC, and he's very well known. He sexually assaulted me in the parking lot. Never went to jail. They did nothing to him because of who he was. And just to say, he is a rapist. Okay. And I tried to explain this to my brother and my family. They had an APB out on him, but because of who he was, the DA dropped the case. And because of who he knew, the case never went to court. It never went anywhere. Now, at the time, I was trying out for the Carolina Panthers cheerleading squad, and I missed my tryout, and I just missed everything. And at one point, I was going places, is what I'm saying. I didn't need his fame and fortune or anything. I wasn't going after him civilly or anything. I just wanted him to go to jail for sexually assaulting me. I had a boyfriend. I did not see it coming. So when I tried to tell my niece about the rap industry, because he was pretty connected to the rap industry, I tried to tell my niece to stay away from this because you're just exactly what they're looking for. Just another victim. just another person, just another notch. I just try to explain her the story. My brother cuts me off. So victims oftentimes never get a voice. And to say the least, I tell my story because of what I see, how girls get victimized and don't get to tell their story. But here it is, it's 30 years later, and I'm 53 years old, and I'm telling my story on my blog, and I'm saying this like it is. It's that there are some people that are never victims of any of this. They are carry themselves fine, and it has nothing to do with any of that. You don't have to be a victim all your life, or you don't have to be a victim at all. It's just that's just the way the chips fell that night. It just happened to be me that night. I'm sure that there's stories of being a victim of something in Hollywood. I just happen to be a victim of a Hollywood child star who was a real piece of work. And I have a story to tell, and I'm going to tell it, and I'm going to expose him really soon. And he's going to be exposed for who he is. And he's a rapist. So that's my story. But I didn't say his name. I'm not going to smear him. But I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to tell my story. And I'm going to make sure that he's exposed. If it's on my blog or however I expose him, he will be exposed for the rapist that he is. And I don't have any problem because it's 30 years later, and I want people to know about the rap industry. I want people to know what kind of people they are so that it doesn't happen to my nieces and it doesn't happen to your nieces or nephews or anybody, because nobody listens to any of us anyway. So why would I ignore, since the district attorney's office didn't take my case, even based on the evidence I had in my case? I got a rape kit done and everything. And it wasn't enough because of who he was in Hollywood. And that's how it really works. So it does interest me because I never, ever got involved in Hollywood stuff at all. Even though I had a stepfather who was famous, I never cared about Hollywood anything. Luckily I never was exposed to it to the point where it was important to me, you know what I mean? But everybody around me told me to go out for this or do that. I never did. I waited tables. I worked hard. I never had that luck that you needed to make it in this big world of Hollywood anyway. But I didn't care. I didn't care about that. I had a radio career. I was doing fine. I was just doing enough to get by, and my real ambition was to be a cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers football team, and that's where I was headed until that rape happened. And that's my story. So whenever I hear about Taylor Swift and these people exploiting people or exploiting themselves, or however you look at it, it's just more of the same. That's all it is. It's very interesting how you could look at it either way. But I'm going to post that link in the description box below. But I hope you listen to my story, because I'm going to expose this jerk. And when I do, it's probably, I don't know if it'll go public. I don't know if it ever will make it that far. They'll probably call me all kinds of names, of course, but brace yourself for it, because I'm pretty sure they will. Thanks for listening, and God bless.